How many times have you went against your gut and realized that your gut has never led you wrong? How many times have you really just went through the process of identifying your intuition is telling you something, but as it's telling you something, is there for a particular reason? How many times have you actually felt that and recognized my gut never lied to me? My gut never lied to me, so why am I looking for something for the unknown when the unknown is not right even in front of us? But see, it's hard to listen to your gut when you're not listening to yourself. But it's difficult to understand why you're listening to yourself to begin to grow and learn and to become the best version of yourself. But see, people don't tell you that your gut is going to give you the answer without you even knowing what the answer is. But see, oftentimes we second guess the first response because we don't think it's right. We don't think it's correct. We don't think we have the answer to what's not in front of us. But if we really dive deep within ourselves and understand why we're feeling some particular way, this is the answer. This is what we've been looking for this whole time. But this whole time as we're searching for it, we don't know how to accept it because we are not listening to our gut. And once we not listen to our guts, now everything goes wrong because why did this happen to me? Why was I the one that had to go through this hard time? Why me? What's going on, everybody? My name is Terryl with the Humphrey, and welcome to another episode, another conversation, another life talk, and failure is knowledge. And here today we're talking about why listening to your gut is so important. Before we dive into the topic, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you like, and towards the end, make sure you leave a comment on how it really helped you in life to learn and listen and understand why your gut feeling is telling you to do something some type of way. See, oftentimes we don't understand the feelings that's behind the action. Oftentimes we don't understand the feelings that's behind the action. That's what we lack. We lack the understanding and the capability to grow because we always want to know understand the unknown, but the unknown is not right in front of us. It's in our gut. So for the next 25 minutes, I'm going to be speaking about why listening to your gut is so important that anybody can do it, but we just choose not to because we are afraid to even fail. See, people don't tell you life is challenging, but it's only challenging because we not listening to our first intuition. We go against ourselves so much and we wonder why things are going wrong, why things are not going the way that we expected. How do you expect to go the way that you think you can go if you never began to believe? I mean, there's one time a couple of weeks ago, I was boxing, we was sparring. And as we were sparring, it was fun. It was good. But this one guy hit me with the same move 6 different times. And I'm wondering, why did he hit me? How did he hit me with the same move 6 different times? He hit me with the same move 6 different times because I was dropping my hands. He noticed that and he took advantage of that. But when he took advantage of that, he began to listen to his intuition. He began to listen to his gut. He began to listen to his technique. He began to listen to his patterns, to my patterns, not his patterns, but to my patterns. When he noticed what I was doing, he took advantage of that. Oftentimes, we have to get knocked in our head so many times before we understand what's even here. What's presented and why is it even presented this way? See, oftentimes as we were sparring, I was getting my licks in, he was getting his licks in. He got the best of me because I couldn't do the fundamentals. I didn't have the technique correctly in order to remain calm. But see, oftentimes in order to remain calm, we have to get hit a couple times over our head. We have to fail and be miserable and be in a sad depression state because we didn't get something right the first time. Oh, you didn't get it right the first time. What about the second? You get it right the second time. What about the third? See, you have to fail so many times to understand why you failed at this in order to understand it is okay. But oftentimes when you listen to your gut is always telling you the answer. As I was sparring, my gut was telling me put my hands up. But my body, my technique, my thought process told me to put my hands down. Why? Because I wasn't used to listening to my gut. I didn't identify why technique and repetition is so important because it's helping you learn that your intuition would never lead you wrong. But it led me wrong to get hit in the head 6 different times. But was I afraid to get hit 6 different times? Absolutely not. Oftentimes in life, we need to get hit so hard, we have to start asking questions on why it happened. But see, now when this happening, when this began to take place, the questions, the great questions, and how you asking questions gets presented because now you understand, or you're learning to understand how to listen to your intuition. See, when you listen to your intuition, when you listen to your gut, you're going off your experience. You're going off your belief. You're going off your faith. But you can't listen to your gut if you don't understand why your gut is even here. I remember this one time I was taking this test. I'm not a really good test taker. I'm horrible at taking tests. But when I took a test, as I'm on question number 5 or 6, whatever the case is, and the test maybe has 50 questions. As I'm taking the test, a question that I read, I answer it. But as I'm reading it and I'm answering it, it's not making sense with the first answer that I picked. And so as I'm going along with the test, I'm like, this one ain't really seeing with me. This one ain't really seeing with me. So I'll go back and change the response. I changed the answer. Mind you, it was 50 questions. As I'm taking this test, if I would have never changed this answer, I would have passed. But since I didn't, I believe I had like a 50%, so I got 25 correct. But that one question just didn't make me fail because I answered multiple wrong. But even then, that one question that I knew that was right, I second guessed myself because I wasn't used to taking tests. I wasn't used to listening to my gut. I wasn't used to the experience that needs to be established in order to pass this test. But see, life gives you tests that shows you why you're either prepared or not prepared. But see, when you listen to your gut, you step out on faith. You step out when you're not ready in order to become ready. You step out when you're not ready in order to become ready, because as you're becoming ready, you're learning why it matters. See, your experience is not going to be built over time. It's going to be built as many times as you fail. How do you fail if you never begin? How do you begin if you never grow? How do you grow if you never listen to your gut? See, listen to your gut is a skill that has to be established and built within yourself, because the worst thing we can do is go against what we already know. The thing that's worse than that is doing something that we don't know how to do. Is not doing what we is doing what can change our life, because we don't understand the process of starting and the journey. But it taught me that life is going to present to you what you're ready for. Oftentimes, we're not ready for the success and for the growth and for the learning that's here right in front of us. How do you prepare for something if you don't know how to even understand it? How do you listen to yourself? How do you build the confidence within who you are when the identity of yourself is so confusing because you haven't put the time and effort into yourself? Working on yourself is more than just saying, I'm going to be by myself because I don't want to be with people right now. But in reality, when you work on yourself, you're learning who you are and why your gut is so powerful, why your thought process is going to get you to the next phase. I remember when I was starting making content back in 2020, August of 2020, it was so hard for me to even speak. It was so hard for me to even deliver my talk for 5 minutes. Many of you would look at this and say 5 minutes. Man, you could talk for longer than that. At the time, I didn't know I could, because 5 minutes felt like 20 minutes. It felt so long because I wasn't used to this type of environment. I wasn't used to this type of experience. But how do you get used to something if you don't prepare and listen to your gut? Fast forward a couple years now, 2.5 years. I'm doing it every day, but I'm more comfortable with the experience because the experience is getting built over time. When I listen to my gut is telling me to keep going, just to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Your gut is going to give you the answers that you're looking for, because when times get hard, it's telling you to keep going, to keep going, to keep going. Because as you're getting knocked down, you're learning how to pick yourself back up. I needed to learn how to pick myself back up when I started back in 2020. When I started back in 2020, it was something that I saw online that I really didn't understand. But I took that leap of faith. I tried to do my best when my best wasn't even in front of me. My best, I didn't understand my best because I didn't understand myself. And once I didn't understand myself, I really didn't get the understanding of why things were so important. But what I've learned is that the best comes from the journey, but the journey is built over time. And that over time, your experience is getting established. And once it gets established, this is when you begin to listen to your gut. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please click that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment on how you are beginning to listen to your gut. The answer is always with you, but as it's with you, you have to understand why it's here for you. What you go through is not going to put you in a place where you can't grow out of it. During the time, don't get me wrong, during the time as you're going through it, it's going to be so difficult to even understand it. It's going to be so hard to even walk through it and even just sit in the pain. But the pain is so hard to accept. How do you overcome what you have been through? And it's so difficult and it's so needed. When you work on yourself, you learn why listening to your gut is so important. I remember I was a captain of the football team when I was my senior year. And every day we had practice, every day we trained, every day we lift weights. I gave my best. I gave my best because that was the only thing I knew how to do. For the last 3 years, when I was in the 12th grade, for the last 3 years, all I understood was that hard work pays off. You can't get what you don't put out if you don't understand what's getting put in. I didn't put the work in. My 10th grade year, I did not put the work in because I wasn't even confident in myself. I didn't listen to my gut when it said I need to study. I need to lift more weights. I need to study this position a little bit better. I didn't listen to my gut because I was uncomfortable. I let the worst get the best out of me. But when I let the worst get the best out of me, I saw what I was putting out to the universe. You can't put bad out and expect good to return. You can put good out and don't expect bad to return. It's all about the effort that you're putting out for yourself. How does somebody work with anybody if they don't know themselves? My 10th grade year, I didn't know myself because I was just there. My 12th grade year, I was named captain, and it gave me so much confidence because I understood the hard work that I needed to put in every single day was getting built over time because I started to do it, really take it serious my 11th grade year. And you can see the transition. You can see the growth. You can see the development. You can see what I've been through in order to be the person that I was my 11th and 12th grade year. Being a leader is different. Being a leader is scary. Being someone that other people look up to is very intimidating. But I've learned in order for me to accept this role, I have to be comfortable with the process and the journey that I've been through, that I've been on. And it taught me that when I listen to my gut, when I work hard and I understand why things are here at the time that they was presented, I'm the only one destroying my destiny. I'm the only one that can ruin anything that I have going on. I'm the one because it's all in my mind. It's all in my mind. It's a book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and it's teaching you how the conscious mind is different from the subconscious mind. But see, the thing about the subconscious mind is that it's working 24 hours a day, 24/7. The thing about your conscious mind is that it only works when you are awake. And our thoughts are getting built by our subconscious thoughts and what we're taking in our mind. The answer that's getting presented is from your experience, what you've been through, what you know overcame, how many life lessons you went through. It's coming to you because it's being presented at a time where you understand it more. And when you understand it more, this is how it can help you a little bit better. But we don't think we good enough for that. We don't think we deserve to listen to our gut. But the moment, the day, the second, the year, you begin to learn more about yourself, your experiences is helping you identify why listening to your gut is so important. Because now when you're feeling some type of way, you're no longer asking why. you're understanding what has just happened, what has just took place. And see, the thing about life, the thing about the journey is that when you grow into the best version of yourself, life is happening for you. It's not happening to you. But as it's happening for you, now you begin to understand and be ready to accept what life is about to bring to you. Your gut is the answer to life. When you listen to your gut, you're building your success for yourself. But as you're building your success for yourself, the universe, God, is with you throughout your journey. So it might feel like you're alone. You might feel like it's difficult. It might feel like it's overwhelming. It might feel like it's stressful. It should feel like this because this is something that you haven't experienced before. But as problem and bad things keep happening, you learn how to control what you can control. And it's so important to identify, I have a role to play, but what is my role that I'm playing? When you listen to your gut, you understand why this role is so important. My 12th grade year when I was the captain, the role that I needed to play was to be an example for everybody. Not just everybody, but for myself. But as I was being an example for myself, that's when people started to follow because I believed in myself so much. My belief got word off on other people and now they start believing in themselves. That's the thing about listening to your gut. It has a big effect on everybody that's around you because you are so you are learning more about yourself. But as you learn more about yourself, you're growing. But you're not just growing, you're helping other people around you grow to the best version of themselves. Listening to your gut is the gateway, it's the key to a better life. But as it's becoming better, you understand why listening to your gut is so important because it's going to give you answers from your experience, from your past, in order to understand why you're present and your present time is here today. If you really got value from this, make sure you leave a comment and describe why listening to your gut is so important. And after you get done commenting that comment, click this video right here and I'll see you next time.